The first principle of the conscious energy field is that it's everywhere and that it manifests itself in everything. There is a realm of pure spirit that exists beyond the field, but in terms of the reality that surrounds us and that gave rise to us, the conscious energy field is ubiquitous. The second quality of the field is that it's holographic. The holographic nature of the field simply means that all of it is contained in every part of it. Thirdly, the field uses attention and intention as triggers for transformation. But attention and intention can exist on many different planes. There are many different qualities of attention and intention. If your attention is always qualitatively the same, you will always summon the same quality of data from the field. And if you always summon the same quality of data, you will probably come to believe that this is the only data that's possible. You'll assume that this is the only data that exists. So the quality of our attention and our selective awareness controls what we summon forth from the field of infinite possibilities. Every day we form silent agreements with the people around us about what's possible and what isn't. And out of these agreements, we create our so-called reality. But it's a reality with certain well-defined limits, because our attention and intention also have well-defined limits. For example, our attention is habitually directed toward material things because we experience ourselves as material bodies. And fear comes from this because we think this body is who we are, and we know that one day the body is not going to be there anymore. Fear anchors and attaches us to the material plane, and we don't want to leave it. But by changing the quality of your attention, you can experience other planes of awareness. You can summon a different kind of data from the conscious energy field. This is very important for mastering synchrodestiny, and it's also the key to banishing fear. The fourth point, the conscious energy field manifests in different vibrations. All these vibrations can occupy the same location in space and time, yet none of them distorts or interferes with the others. The best way to develop your awareness of this is to sense the ongoing vibration in your body. Because in reality, the experience of that painting is in fact a vibration in your body, in your eye cells, in your brain, in your other parts of the body, as emotions and feelings are evoked. When you look at a beautiful painting, you see the object, but you also feel it in your body at the same time. Make yourself aware of this. When you want to know about a person or something that's happening in your life, bring your attention to the vibrations in your body. See how your body is responding. All experience is in the body. All experience is sensed in the body. This is so important because you, the real you, is awareness of vibration. And where's this vibration? In your own body. You are where your awareness is. And awareness is an infinite and knowing connection with the conscious energy field. As you become more comfortable with awareness of internal vibration, you can start to move your awareness in different places in space and also in different places in time. This is what clairvoyance really is. Just the ability to direct your attention and your awareness wherever you choose. Right now, you could close your eyes and put your attention on the most beautiful place you've ever visited, or even on the school where you went to kindergarten, or the day you first learned to ride a bicycle. There's nothing supernatural about this. It's simply a matter of attention, awareness, and intention to experience a particular setting in space and time. Because remember, you are where your awareness is. If your awareness is tuned into the sensations of your body, you can always use this as a direct connection with the conscious energy field. If you want to know the truth about a person or a particular sensation, observe what your body's response is. An intuitive person is just someone who's highly tuned in to the finest level of sensation in their own physical body, in their own physical being. The fifth quality of the field is that the field expresses itself through opposites. The conscious energy field creates experience through opposing energies, or at least that's our perception of it, because at the level of the field, these opposites are able to completely coexist. In the conscious energy field, a coin can be heads and tails at the same time. The distinction between a saint and a sinner doesn't exist. Both are part of the same energy field, so at the deepest level, everyone is both a saint and a sinner. All of us are divine and diabolical at the same time, sacred and profane at the same instant. And it's only because we contain these opposites that our experience of life has any meaning. All experience is by contrast. You can't have hot without cold. You can't have pleasure without pain. You can't have up without down. Opposing energies create experience. Otherwise, there's pure bliss, which is fine too. Pure bliss is the source of creation. It's before the opposites arise. But pure bliss is not an experience as we understand it in our daily lives. In order to have experience, there has to be contrast. Sixth, the energy field is sexual, not in the narrow sense of the word, but in the sense that sexual energy is the creative energy of the universe. In most life forms, that energy expresses itself only through biological creativity, through the reproduction and the evolution of the species. But in human beings, that creative energy has much wider range. Great poetry is derived from sexual energy in the widest sense of the term. Even the Sistine Chapel is sexual energy. Anytime you feel inspired, anytime you feel excited, anytime you feel passionate, anytime you feel enthusiastic, that's an experience of sexual energy. There is a category of yoga that is known as Tantra Yoga. This is the area of knowledge that deals with getting in touch with true sexual experience. But one of the premises of Tantra is that sexual energy is the creative energy of the universe, and that any form of inspiration, passion, excitement, enthusiasm is essentially derived from this source. According to Tantric doctrine, if you combine that kind of ecstatic experience with intention, you can use the power of that experience in every area of your life. There are many more aspects of the field that we could talk about, but the seventh and final quality I want to discuss right now is the fact that the field is constantly transforming and evolving, just as we, as human beings, are also transforming and evolving. We're all very interested now in how that evolution takes place, so we're paying extra attention to it. But even if we weren't, everything is evolving from where it is to the next level. There's no regression. It's continuously going higher. You can think of it as if we're all going up the Empire State Building and we're all in different elevators. Some are starting from the basement and some are already on the 48th floor. But everyone is moving in a shared direction. So even if no one does anything, even if no one pays any attention at all, the evolutionary process is still happening. Despite the many ways in which we try to improve ourselves materially and spiritually, the most important thing we can do to hasten our evolution is to let go of the known. In other words, to relinquish the past. Otherwise, we're not going to open ourselves to the unknown. The more we are ready to open ourselves to the unknown, the more likely we are to accelerate our process of evolution. And so attachment to material things is what really interferes with our ongoing transformation. This constant transformation and evolution is occurring in every individual human consciousness, just as it takes place in the larger field. Our consciousness, our souls, are always in motion, even during the ordinary activities of the day. Sleeping, for instance, is a less evolved state of consciousness than dreaming. Dreaming is a less evolved state than waking, although there is a special category of dreaming called lucid dreaming, which we'll discuss in a moment. But the transformation from ordinary dreaming to waking is a step forward toward a more evolved consciousness. Beyond waking, there's a level of awareness in which you gain a glimpse of the silent observer that transcends your ego, the witness that was there before you were born and that will be there after you die. Later in this session, we'll do an exercise to help you observe the silent observer. A still higher state of awareness is the conscious awareness of this observer even in dreams and sleep. This is lucid dreaming, in which the dreamer's participation in the dream is observed by a conscious awareness. When this same slightly removed, detached awareness is cultivated in waking life, consciousness has evolved to what I call the cosmic level. You are in the world, but not of it. A still higher level of transformation is divine or God consciousness. You can see and feel the life throb of the spirit in every object of perception. You realize that everything you hear and see and touch is animated by the full power and wisdom of the universe. This is the level of consciousness that generates synchronicity. It's very important to recognize and cultivate it within your awareness. And the last state is unity consciousness, when the spirit within you not only perceives but merges with the larger spirit, becomes one with it. This is where there's instant manifestation of thought into matter. In unity consciousness, there's spontaneous fulfillment of every desire. So those are the 7 qualities of the conscious energy field that I want to emphasize right now. The field is everywhere and in everything. It's omnipresent. The field is holographic. The field uses attention and intention as triggers for transformation. The field manifests as different vibrations. The field expresses itself through opposing energies. The field is sexual in the sense that all creativity and inspiration are an expression of sexual energy. And finally, the field is constantly evolving and transforming, just as the consciousness of every human being is evolving and transforming.